During a conversation with a Pueblo Sheriff's Deputy, Brian Ward, we're talking about a case out of Pueblo. A man named Brian Ward slipped a pill into his mouth, and he prompted the deputy to call to pull him out of a car. When they showed up at a scene outside a middle school, they wrestled him to the ground. The deputy fired 3 shots, hitting Ward in the chest.
It is a complex story. It certainly has the attention of many, including 9 News reporter Steve Stager, who has more now from Ward's family.
It still doesn't feel real.
A year has done little to lessen this family's pain.
And it's just shattered this whole family.
Pain caused in a matter of moments last February while Christy Ward Stamp was sitting in an SUV with her 32-year-old son, waiting for Richard Ward's brother to get out of school in Pueblo West. Richard got restless and got out to take a walk.
He accidentally opened the door to a different but very similar looking white SUV. Richard apologized. He was startled and immediately got out.
Deputies responded.
Why are you touching my arm, bro? Let go.
Why are you acting like this?
I'm a little nervous because I don't like cops.
Why?
I have anxiety. They've done things to me.
What have they done to you?
Stop resisting when you're not resisting.
When Richard put that anti-anxiety pill in his mouth, Deputy McWhorter went crazy.
What'd you just stick in your mouth?
Pill. What's a pill? Let me go.
Get out. Get out.
20 seconds later, Richard was dead.
It's been really, really, really horrible. I don't even know who I am anymore, but I'm working on it. That's about it.
His mother and brother were in Denver on Tuesday as their attorneys filed suit against the Pueblo County Sheriff.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how I'll never get to have another phone conversation with my brother.
They're upset.
It's infuriating.
Upset at what this video shows. Video that doesn't match what the sheriff reports on the scene that day.
Until our deputies arrived, at that point the person jumped out of the vehicle and had immediate contact with our deputies.
And to hear my younger brother, say that other people's parents are reading that story and that other kids in his class are referring to my brother as this intruder and an attacker, and to have him not know how to even deal with that. I want justice and accountability for the people involved.
In Denver, Steve Stager, 9 News.
The DA in Pueblo County cleared both deputies on the scene of the shooting, saying they had reasonable grounds to believe they were in danger, claiming Ward was reaching for McWhorter's gun. The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office could not comment on that lawsuit today because they told us they had not seen it. Charges have officially been filed against the man accused of firing the shots that killed the Jefferson County canine dog last week. Eduardo Romero faces 8 charges, including aggravated cruelty to animals, menacing, aggravated motor vehicle theft, resisting arrest, and DUI. February 13th, Golden police say they found Romero slumped over in a car. At one point, officers tried to break the windows to get him out, and then police say they tried to hit police cars before running off. Canine graffiti chased after him and was shot. Romero's bond was set at $300,000 cash only last week. He's due in court again March 17th.
As we speak, Denver East High School students are testifying for their safety, asking City Council to address gun violence. This comes a week after a student, 16-year-old Luis Garcia, was shot outside of the school. And moments later, there was another shooting near the Emily Griffith campus. Some of Luis Garcia's soccer teammates and other students, as well as the activist group Students Demand Action, are testifying during the City Council public comment session that's getting underway now. Today certainly felt like a great winter day in the metro area. Highs up in the 60s, but you can see the wind as well. The winds of change. That snow and cold is on its way. This video taken in Westcliff showing those changes coming in. Jordan Hedberg, who took the video, said some of the winds got up over 115 miles an hour.
Wow. Kathy, we're preparing ourselves. We know this is coming, and it's probably not going to make the morning commute a good time.
No, the next 24 hours will not be a lot of fun. We've got about 48 hours of snow and cold, and then we're back to sunshine and 50s. The leading edge of that system bringing the high clouds to the area this evening. So we've got good travel I-25 and I-70. Temperatures today 59 at DIA, 62 downtown. The winds have shifted, so now DIA down to 43, but still 60s on our map in southern Colorado. The storm system is starting to move toward the Four Corners area, but it's the Arctic front that will arrive tomorrow morning that will make the morning drive tough. Seeing some light snow over the northern mountains. That snow will be filling in, including the Denver metro area, overnight tonight. We go under a winter weather advisory at 2 a.m. for 3 to 6 inches of snow by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The area is in red, a winter storm warning for well over a foot of snow, especially in our southwestern mountains, where some areas could experience blizzard conditions due to the wind Tom mentioned and the heavy snow. Once the snow stops tomorrow night, it's going to be about the cold. We'll go under a wind chill advisory. This will be tomorrow night into Thursday, so it'll be about a 2-day event where we're dealing with the snow and the cold and the return of winter. We have a dry evening right now. Looks like the snow holds off until about midnight, settling in. It'll go off and on through the morning drive. We'll get a lull in the action tomorrow afternoon and then a second surge coming in late in the day. So this evening is the time to get out and about and get things ready to go, because tomorrow will not be pleasant to be out. We'll detail the timing and the metro snow forecast coming up in just a few minutes. And guess what? We have our very own Corey out there, Corey Reppenhagen, and he's kind of been studying the theme of why we're seeing cold and snow every Wednesday and Thursday, it seems like. So here's Corey with the latest on that.
Last Wednesday on the Front Range, snow. Wednesday, January 18th, snow. Wednesday, December 28th, snow. The 3 biggest snowstorms of the season on the Front Range have all hit on Wacky Wednesday. Nearly half of Denver's snow this season has fallen in the middle of the week. But a silver lining might be that only 3% of our snow has fallen on the weekend. But doesn't it seem like last season was a little wacky too? Yup, Wednesday has been weird for winter weather 2 seasons in a row. The National Weather Service posted this graphic showing that Wednesday has been the snowiest day of the week in Denver since 2019. This is mostly just a strange coincidence, but there is a little science to this peculiar pattern. It's the jet stream that determines our winter pattern. It's kind of like a rope that gets agitated. If you slow the video down, you can really see a nice synchronized pattern. The dip in the rope is a Wednesday storm, and the ridge is a nice weekend. A wavy pattern like this can repeat for a long period of time. And by the way, the next bend in the actual jet stream looks like it might be coming around March 1st. Wednesday, March 1st. Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen, 9 News.
We've been showing you scenes like this for the last several years. Parents erupting at their child's games. And despite many of the disturbing actions going viral, it's still happening. Coaches filed a police report this weekend after they say a parent threatened their players. There's no video of this one, but that didn't make it any less scary for the people who experienced it. 9 News reporter Katie Eastman spoke with people who say leagues need to come up with better solutions to address this behavior.
He makes a play for a score.
In the game to go to the finals, Margaret Fogarty says her 12-year-old son scored the winning goal. But the DU Junior Pioneers never played that final game at the Mile High Meltdown tournament this past weekend.
The coaches and the director of our team made a very difficult decision to withdraw from that final game because of safety concerns.
They were concerned the players weren't safe from parents.
It was very competitive, and one of the dads from the opposing team threatened our children and was incredibly belligerent. It was terrifying.
Terrifying, but not uncommon.
This is a worldwide problem. This is a cancerous, toxic problem that is poisoning youth sports.
Brian Barlow, a collegiate soccer official, started this Facebook page called Offside to call out this kind of abusive behavior from parents in youth sports. Many leagues have created zero-tolerance policies to address the problem. The tournament Margaret's son played in had one.
Saying zero tolerance is the new political thoughts and prayers.
People implement programs that actually don't work, that actually have no data behind them to say that it's effective.
Child psychologist Cheryl Ziegler says the research is clear. Parents whose identities are tied to their kids' sports are more likely to get angry and emotional. Ziegler says leagues should require training for parents.
Yes, we are teaching adults essentially how to regulate really big emotions. And that's something that, again, it's all over the country. It's a problem adults clearly need, and specifically around youth sports.
Ziegler says the focus needs to stay on how this aggressive behavior impacts these kid athletes. She says kids of parents who are aggressive at sporting events are more likely to experience increased anxiety, depression, and increased levels of behavioral problems and substance abuse.
Our kids are always watching. Yeah, it's tough. All right. Thank you, Katie.
North Suburban Medical Center is launching a new intensive outpatient program designed to meet the needs of kids aged 9 to 17. It's the only one of its kind in the North Metro area. The hospital transformed part of its Northwest Emergency Room in Westminster to house the program, designed to provide different types of therapy programs for young patients impacted by a variety of challenges. Stephanie Camacho, who's the director of outpatient services, says that this type of program can exist in part because mental health awareness rose during the pandemic, particularly for children.
I think that the timing of everything really helped in us saying, now's a great time to open this. This is really what we're going to be able to provide the community up there to help with while we continue to kind of figure out, hey, what else can we put in place for this population?
And this becomes the 6th intensive outpatient program location in the metro area, but the first in the Northwest region.
A Broadway business is now closed and has to be repaired after an incident this morning. Which business was damaged and how long it will be closed up? Coming up.
Colorado residents need all the wildfire protection possible, and state lawmakers know it. Just ahead, the newest precautions underway at the Colorado legislature.